Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Myra from Low Carb Love. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I want to talk about surgeries. I want to talk about loose skin after weight loss. Now, I have had surgeries in the past and I'll talk a little bit about that. And I also have a few, or not a few, but I have an upcoming surgery. So I want to talk about that as well. And all of this has to do with loose skin. Now, I feel like the majority of people who go through a weight loss journey and lose a significant amount of weight, usually for the most part, do have loose skin. I'll kind of get into just like what the procedures that I've had done, plus the upcoming. But before we get started, I do want to give FabFitFun a special thank you for sponsoring this part of the video. They are a subscription box where you get full-size products that are high quality at a fraction of the retail cost. Like this sports bra here, I got it in my box. This is their summer box. This one retails for about $40. I also have the bracelet on. I feel like it goes really, really cute with my jewelry stack. This one retails for almost $70. This was in the box as well. So they also have the sunscreen. We have a little perfume. We have a Pro Lash Lift Mascara. And look at this beautiful bag. I feel like this is so pretty to go to Cabo, to go to Miami, to go to the beach. And this bag here also retails for almost $70. Guys, at the end of the day, the value of everything in the box is way more than what you actually pay for. So you can do a seasonal membership where you can get 20% off using my discount code. The seasonal membership is billed every 3 months, or you can do the yearly membership, which is $219. You pay for the year up front, so you get an additional discount. And when you sign up, they actually send you a box full of goodies worth over $200. So you can do either or. I'll leave the link in the description below. Now, I have a discount code for both. For the seasonal, you would use LCL20, and that gets you the 20% off. Or for the yearly, you can use LCL gift, and that's where you're gonna get the gift worth over $200. Okay, so moving on to the surgeries that I had earlier on in my life. So I was about 19 years old. So I initially lost 100 pounds, following year lost 35 pounds, a total of 135 pounds. Guys, my skin it was literally, it looked like I had birthed twins, like in my midsection. I wish I had those photos. It just looked like, almost think of like chewed up skin, like full of stretch marks, so loose. Like if I were to get on all fours and just like, you would just kind of see how my skin was, it would just hang. So even though I had lost all that weight, I just didn't feel comfortable because like I felt like I should feel so much better about myself after going through a journey and like dedicating myself 1,000% to this weight loss. And I just didn't feel that. So back then it was not as common as it is now. It was much more of like a secret. Like if people were getting cosmetic procedures done, they were just kind of like not talking about it. It was something that was very like, you know? But I was so young, and I've always been the type of person, once I set my mind on something, like it's gonna happen. So I remember I didn't have the credit for it. I was just like, like I'm gonna figure this out. My amazing grandma ended up co-signing for me. I remember back then the procedure was, I think like 15,000 or something like that, which was so much money. And what I ended up doing was a tummy tuck. So it's skin removal, you know, so I get a lot of questions about weight loss surgery. So I've actually never had any type of weight loss surgery. I didn't do lipo. I didn't do, like the lap band or the gastric. I didn't do any of those. All of my weight loss was strictly from diet and exercise, 1,000%. So I have a scar from here to here. And unfortunately for me, I just happen to have a scarring tendency that is like it's called hypertrophic scars. Some people confuse it with keloid. Keloid is when it just gets like really bumpy and like really dark. Hypertrophic is more where it does have color, but and it does expand, but then it flattens out. So I had my tummy tuck, and then it was pretty, I would say it's It's not an easy surgery. You know, you have to walk around with drains for about a week or two. You're like hunched over because your skin's like all like super tight. Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a lot out of you. Like, this is not a whatever surgery, but I do not want to discourage you because it's the best thing I ever did. I felt so much better, and that's me having a big scar. Imagine like if you have if you scar normal, then guys, it would be even like that much better. I'd probably be walking around in a tanga all day, but I'm joking. But the truth is, yeah, I do. I have an ugly scar and I don't care. I don't care because at the end of the day, it fixed one problem that I had, and it was like a big insecurity of mine. So yeah, I have another insecurity now, but I think in my opinion, it's so worth it, you know? So if you're someone that's been thinking about it, I wouldn't hesitate. Like, I would definitely do it 1000%. So I've done that. I ended up doing my legs. So my legs, I'm very bottom heavy. My legs have always been where I carry most of my weight. So after I lost all that weight, I had a ton of loose skin. So I still have it. Like, I definitely still have loose skin. I feel like it's kind of how I was made. When I was younger, it probably definitely bothered me a little more because you have, you know, 19, 20-year-olds that are like, you know, picture perfect, going to the beach. They're wearing like string bikinis. And I've always had to be more like conservative. I mean, I'm naturally conservative, but I would never like walk around just in a string bikini. I feel like it's different when you have the option and you choose not to versus like me not being able to, because I would also feel uncomfortable, you know, with my scars. So after I lost the weight, I ended up, I don't know what that surgery is called, but it's also like on the upper thighs right here. You just kind of like, they get rid of the skin, but they can't do that much unless they cut you all the way down the leg, which I didn't want to do that. So that's why I still have some skin. And then I also did my arms. Okay, so the scar at this point has now faded, but these are all for me. They were necessary for me to feel comfortable. I'm not someone that's gonna be like, you lose the weight, you should do it. No, there's so many people that don't end up doing anything like that and they live happily ever after. I just wanted to get it done, so I did. Those are the things that I did after I lost weight. Sure, you know, you could do, what else is there at this point? Probably like lipo and stuff like that, just to like kind of, contour your body. And then nowadays doctors add more fat to your booty and they add it to your boobs and all of that. And I think like, guys, if you want to do it, why not? Why not, guys? We live one life. Live your best life. If that's what you want to do it. Do not listen to your tia, to your friend, if it's something you want to do it. Now, if you don't want to do it and you have everyone else telling you, no, that's not the right reason to do it either, okay? So that's what I've had done. Now, moving forward, 2025, I'm gonna redo my scars because they do bother me, especially the one here on my tummy and then the one here on my legs. It's covered, like if I wear a full size like bikini, like almost, like it would just have to be kind of like little shorties or something. It covers it. But I'm like, why not? Like, why, you know, I want to do it. So I'm going to do it. I was actually going to do it last year. Okay. If you did not see that video, I'll leave it linked for you in the description below. I literally went in the day of surgery. They're doing all my vitals. I have like the cap and gown, like the whole gown on and everything. And then they run one last test and my iron is too low. I know. I literally walked out of there feeling so weird because mentally I was so prepared to have surgery and I wasn't able to do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on my iron. I'm gonna eat even more protein. I'm gonna make sure I am like the healthiest version of myself before I go back in there. So I'm gonna give myself right after summer. I feel like, you know, cause it's too soon now. It's just we're going into summer. So I'm like, I'm not gonna mess up my summer because then I'd be out. So I will probably do it right after, maybe fall going into winter. So I'll obviously bring you through the whole journey. I think like a lot of women are interested in just seeing like what it's actually like. And I'm an open book, so I will show you. I will tell you in terms of pain level. I'll tell you, you know, basically the whole procedure. But what I'm gonna get done are the scars right here on my arms. I'm gonna redo these. I'm gonna redo the scars here and then the scar here. It's not like a very invasive surgery. It's literally just the actual scar. So think of like the scar being this. And so you basically just outline the scar and then they just, you know, sew it back together. And now with the just technology, there's lasers and there's so many things that can help. So I'm just praying. I pray that if I go through all of that again, that like my scars will just be a lot better. I don't expect for them to be non-existent. I don't expect for them to, you know, I know I will have scars. I just hope that they're not dark and like defeat the, you know, defeat the purpose of redoing them. Because like right now I feel, you know, I feel fine, but I want to feel amazing. I want to feel great. So anyway, I know that a lot of you have questions. If you do have questions related to surgery, ask me. I could do a Q&A video where I just answer all of the questions in terms of like, I don't know, maybe you want to know what I ate, maybe you want to know the healing, the process, how I felt, all of that. Ask me down below. I can make a Q&A video, but I'm thinking that this surgery date will be scheduled like late fall, early winter of 2025. And when I do it, then of course I will bring you along. But I feel like some people are just afraid of surgery. And yeah, surgery is obviously, it's a delicate procedure. I think it's something that you definitely want to make sure you're going to a really good surgeon. I'm trying to think, I've had doctors approach me and want to do like a partnership and stuff like that. But honestly, I want to stay here locally. I want to be like healing in the comfort of my home. At the end of the day, the doctor that I'm going with, I really trust with scars because I've seen his work and he actually fixed a small scar that I had and you can't even see it anymore. So I hope that that it ends up working out. But yeah, guys, those are the surgeries that I've had and those are the surgeries that are coming up. I'm going to do it all at once because again, like I said, it's not invasive, or at least not as invasive, but yeah, I think it's gonna make a big difference in how I feel. And then I will show you, I can show you like the healing process, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they don't end up like getting really dark and like thick. Anyway, if you guys have questions, let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sometimes I like to talk to you guys about little things like that because I feel like, especially if you're new here, you might not know like my whole journey, and then you might question like, man, I lost 100 pounds. Why doesn't my stomach look like Myra's? Or like, I've done this. Why don't, you know, well, sometimes it could be something as simple as, you know, making a video like this that will answer a lot of questions and take out like a lot of doubt, you know? So that is it, guys. I love you so much. If you like this video, show me some love. Go hit that like button. And don't forget, share. Please, please, please share this video. Share my whole channel with your friends and your family. Remember, I also have a weight loss guide. If you are someone that's trying to lose weight, or you know someone that's trying to lose weight, guys, my weight loss guide is literally a step-by-step. Super simple, super basic, but it works. I'll leave that linked in the description below. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.